All right, so here's another problem from chapter 3, section 2, and it's a little word problem. And so we're making strawberry punch, and the basic recipe says, okay, you're going to make with some ginger ale and some strawberry soda. And it says the punch requires 5/7 of a quart of ginger ale and 1/7 of a quart of soda. How much do you need altogether? And then if the recipe's doubled, how much? And if the recipe's halved, how much? Okay, so first part of the question is how much is needed if the recipe is unchanged? How much is needed if the recipe is unchanged? Okay, all right, so if the recipe is unchanged, then the A part would just simply be 5/7 plus 1/7 is 6/7. Okay, so that's how much we need if we don't change it. We just add them together. Okay, let's go back now. And I think that what we want to say here is 6/7. So we'll put 6, 7, and we got that right. Okay, so what's the next question? Double the recipe. Double the recipe. All right, so what does it mean to double something? What does it mean to double something? Well, what does it mean to double something? You could either say, I'm going to add this quantity to itself, couldn't you? Or you could say, I'm going to take this quantity and multiply it times 2. Okay, so look, if you say 6/7 plus 6/7, you get 12/7. Like fractions, add the numerators to get 12/7. Okay. What if you say, no, I think I'm gonna multiply it times 2. Put a 1 under here. You still get 12/7. Okay. Is that making sense to you? 12/7. So the doubling is going to be 12/7. Doubling is 12/7. Okay. And if you half it, all right, so we take the original recipe and half it. Okay, so the original quantity halved. The original quantity halved, right? So the original quantity was 6/7 of a quart. Okay. Now, how could you half this? How could you half it? Well, you could either say, I'm going to divide it by 2, or I'm going to multiply by 1/2, right? Okay, so let's say 6/7 divided by 2. Okay, how do you do this? Keep, change to multiplication, flip. You get that? Oh, well, that's going to be the same thing you get if you say 6/7 multiplied times 1/2, isn't it? You're going to get 6/14. Okay. So either way you think about it, either dividing by 2 or multiplying by 1/2, the half recipe is going to be 6/14. And let's see if that's what they wanted. 6/14. Wait a minute. What did we not do? Okay. Well, let's look at it again. Let's see what we didn't do. Oh, I know what we didn't do. See that? Factor this into 2 times 3, this into 2 times 7. Right, 3/7. Or if you want to say divide by 2 and divide by 2, you're going to get 3/7. So we didn't simplify our answer. And you know what? That answer makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Now, did the light go on? I hope a light went on somewhere. Oh yeah, that makes sense, because if I had 6/7 of a quart and I was going to half it, well, I would just have only 3/7 sevenths of a quart, not 6. I have half of 6, which would be 3/7. Oh my goodness. So now do you see why when we simplify these answers, sometimes the simplified answer will help us understand why the answer is what it is a little more clearly than this answer that we put in, which wasn't an answer, but it was not the answer in the simplified form. Okay, so that was probably worth doing. All right, so let's go back here and check. Whoops. That should have been a 3. And that should have been a 7. And I think we're going to be done now. That was a good question. I enjoy it when we have a question that actually causes us to think a little bit. And I hope that is helping you.